Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In Deuteronomy chapter 12, the Lord specifically told the Israelites not to offer up sacrifices on the high places and burn incense on the high places once they entered into the land. The Canaanites did so, but they were not supposed to. And the Lord told the Israelites that only in the place that he would choose should they offer up sacrifices, which originally was Shiloh, but eventually became Jerusalem. But as we go through the kings, we find that time and time again, king after king after king, they continue to offer up sacrifices on the high places. And this is true even of Judah, who periodically had good kings, but these good kings were not successful in removing these high places. For whatever reason, they did not remove the high places. We see this with Jehoash in chapter 12 in verse 2, where it says, Jehoash did right in the sight of the Lord all his days in which Jehoiada the priest instructed him, only the high places were not taken away. Same thing true with Amaziah. Amaziah, the son of Joash, or Jehoash, king of Judah, became king. He was 25 years old when he became king. And it says in verse 3, he did right in the sight of the Lord, yet not like David his father. He did according to all that Joash his father had done, only the high places were not taken away. So Amaziah was a relatively good king, yet he never got rid of the high places. And then we find in our reading today, Azariah, or probably better known as Uzziah, also was a good king, but did not remove the high places. It says in verse 3 of chapter 15, he did right in the sight of the Lord according to all that his father Amaziah had done, only the high places were not taken away. And then his son follows suit, Jotham, in chapter 15, later in chapter 15. It says in verse 34, he did what was right in the sight of the Lord. He did according to all that his father Uzziah had done. Only the high places were not taken away. And so time and time again, we have a little bit of hope when we come across a king that it says that he did right in the sight of the Lord, but then only to be disappointed in that they would not get rid of these high places. As a matter of fact, we won't even see these high places being taken care of decisively until we get to chapter 18 with Hezekiah. And so what this teaches us is a principle that I think can apply to all of us who are trying to serve the Lord. Because it teaches us that partial obedience is not enough. We might think that, well, I'm serving the Lord. I go to church every Sunday. I'm a relatively good person. I'm compared to everyone else, I am doing things that are right in the sight of the Lord. And yet we might still have high places in our lives. That is, little deep, dark pockets of sin in our lives that we haven't dealt with, that we kind of just let tarry, we let hang around, and we don't really deal decisively with. And it might be because of past generations, like with these kings. It might be that our parents had the same problems, and our grandparents and great-grandparents, and we just assume that that's the way that it is, and so we follow right in suit with those same types of sins and those same types of things that are not pleasing to the Lord, and we kind of just let them hang around. And so each successive generation continues to have high places. And of course, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that's passed down generation to generation. It could just be something that we harbor in our lives, some sin we harbor that we haven't really dealt with. Maybe we have other concerns, maybe we have other things that we're focused on, and these kind of just hide in the background. Maybe it's sins that we don't think are too bad, like perhaps pride, or having a critical spirit towards other people. Whatever the case may be, we have these things that we just kind of keep with us and never really deal with decisively. As we do our readings each and every day, especially in this part of our reading, we should be encouraged to tear those high places down, to say, Lord, I don't want to just relatively do what is right in the sight of your eyes, but I want to do wholly what is good and right in your eyes. I want to be completely and absolutely dedicated to you, with no dark places, no sin that's continuing and hanging on. But Lord, I want to be holy through and through, and I want to follow after you in your holiness and in your righteousness and in your purity. And I want to become more and more like you, and become more and more a image bearer of your Son, Jesus Christ. And so let's be encouraged today as we do our reading to say, you know, what are some high places that are in my life? What are some things that I've been harboring for days, weeks, months, maybe years, that I need to bring to the Lord, to repent, confess those sins to Him, and then seek His help and guidance in removing those things and living a life of purity and wholeness before Him. So these are some things to think about today, guys. I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.